Hello and welcome to Nightly Nerds. I'm Tote.
And I'm Ginger.
And we're playing
Shovel Knight.
Woo!
It's a bit of an old game that's been played around across
2014.
2014, but I mean it's been played very frequently.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, a lot of people have played it.
A lot of people have played it. I have a great love and affinity for this game, and not to mention there's one more episode to come out soon. And I thought we could start.
Yeah, we can go through the whole thing.
Go through the whole thing of all the ones that are out so far. So let's start with our good old friend, the Cyan Knight, the amazing Shovel Knight.
So which ones are out? There's Plague Knight, Shovel Knight.
Yeah, we back up a bit. So there's Plague Knight, Spectre Knight, and Shovel Knight. King Knight is the last one.
King is the last one. The next one coming out is...
It's the next one coming out. That's been the only ones that have been announced. So there could be more in the future. This is definitely a game that people like.
Yeah.
Yacht Club may just come out with Shovel Knight 2 and have different characters at that point. But King Knight, out of the original story, is the last one that's been announced.
So I've actually watched a playthrough of Plague Knight, but I've never watched a playthrough of Shovel Knight.
Really? Okay. See, I've never actually finished Plague Knight, and I barely started Spectre Knight, so Shovel Knight's the only one I know.
All right.
So this will be an interesting thing here. All right, so we need to register a name.
Woo!
What is our name, Larry?
All right, let's go. Y. A.
G.
A. R. F. U. N. T. E-L.
That's it.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
Jargefund. That sounds very German.
Jargefund. Body swap. Oh yeah, so this is a new thing that they introduced. I could be a female Shovel Knight, and they could be male, or they can also all be female.
Oh, do whatever you want to do.
So let's play around with this here. So we can go. Since this is a little bit out of the normal for, a lot of people have already seen Shovel Knight the normal way played through. Let's do a gender swap.
Ooh, cisgendered be damned.
Yeah,
we're
that's
fluid.
It. So, Shield Knight, we're gonna make male, and everything changes. Like all the text and everything is gonna be the Enchanter instead of the Enchantress.
Nice.
So yeah, all right, we're gonna do that and start the. Nope, hold on. Oh, that was okay. That's what I did wrong. So I need to fix that. So.
Also text.
Well, it's defaulted up there. Like if I hit that button, it would have been all female text. So regardless of.
Oh, okay, got you.
So I swapped the specific ones. All right, let's go back. Jargefund. And if you look at it, it's a bit slimmer.
No, I can't tell. But it's awesome.
But we'll do the gender swap for just Shovel Knight. So, we have a strong female protagonist now.
Nice. Shield Knight.
Long ago, the lands were of all the heroes, none were shown brighter than Shovel Knight and Shield Knight.
So, go ahead, read the text. Let's read the text.
But the travelers together ended at the Tower of Fate when a cursed amulet wrought a terrible magic. Shovel Knight awoke, the tower was sealed, and Shield Knight was gone.
Oh no!
Her spirit broken, a grieving Shovel Knight went into a life of solitude.
So, Shovel Knight's totally the tool belt, right?
Sure.
Is Shield Knight a dude? You make Shield Knight a dude in this, or is Shield Knight a girl still?
It might be messed up, or the opening might not have a change whatsoever. But yeah, I love the fact that it's the Order of No Quarter, and you're playing an arcade type game.
I love the art style for this.
I do too. Yacht Club Games just
hit it out of the park.
Did a great job with it. It's shoveling time.
Woo!
All right, let's double check here. Yep.
All right.
All right, good to go. All right, so for those who don't know, Shovel Knight is a bit of an homage to the classic NES style of games of like DuckTales, basic platformers like Mario Brothers, and then Mario Brothers 3 with the world map, and you go around. And Castlevania, another one.
Yeah, I can see definitely tell Castlevania.
And you go and you find secrets and dig things up, and again, I've played through this before, so I know a lot of the secrets. So we're not gonna have a lot of dilly-dallying in levels and whatnot.
Woohoo! Shovel Knight.
But absolutely love this game. I've played it, I don't know how many times over so far. I again haven't played the other ones, but I've played Shovel Knight a bunch of times. The music, the soundtrack is great. You know what? Let's make this a bit of a difficult run, and we're gonna go no checkpoints.
Oh, so if you die, you start the level over?
Yeah. If I die, I start everything over. Oh, that's right. I can't break this one. I can't break it until I go into the actual overworld. Where we're gonna go, because it's something I haven't done before. Where we're gonna go a no checkpoint run.
All right. This is you saying it.
You know,
I'll regret it later.
If I get too bound up for the sake of the viewers of watching me repeat over and 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 over.
Is your first boss? He's just a sleeping dragon. You just can't start smacking him in the face.
Technically I don't have to kill him. I could have just punched him in the head and jumped over and gotten on the ladder.
Oh, you bastard. Could you imagine if you were sleeping and this little thing just comes over and just starts smacking you in the nose and beats you to death?
And beats you to death.
And it could have just walked right by you, did nothing, but it decided to beat you to death. That's horrible. Speaking of death.
I'm a monster.
Speaking of death, when we recorded this, just recently is the death of Hugh Hefner. If you don't know who he is, you just live under a rock. He's the basically I'm not sure if he's the actual 100% creator, but essentially he is the face of creator of the Playboy magazine Empire, and and it's been all over social media, internet, TV. I mean, not dominating it, but it's definitely a story. There's other things going on. There's hurricane in Puerto Rico and all that stuff, but referendums in Spain and probably more important things.
Yeah.
And Iraq even, I think, is having one. Maybe Afghanistan, I can't remember. No, it's Iraq. I think the Kurds are trying to break away.
But we know your idol is Hugh Hefner.
Oh, well, I don't know if he's my idol, but man, what a life, right?
Yeah. Definitely lived.
He built this empire.
A very bouncy, naughty life.
Even at the end, I think, when he didn't own the mansion anymore, but it was like the lease was until he dies, he gets to live there. So even whoever bought it from him had to let him live there until he died. And, which, I mean, that's just awesome. And he had the bunnies and all that stuff. But it got me thinking. I think I mentioned it before, one of our other playthroughs, about the time
turkey dinner.
My sister totally ousted me at a family dinner, not like a big family dinner, but family dinner, with that I had seen a Playboy, and I started thinking, I'm not a Playboy aficionado or anything like that. I know
Let's break this one.
I came from a culture, a family that we weren't into that thing. It was frowned upon. But I have a kid and I had neighbors and friends, and they didn't all have the same standard, I guess, or principle or whatever. So I had a neighbor who his name was Adrian.
Yeah.
And his dad had Playboys, and that was the first time I saw anything like that. I was trying to figure out what was that magazine.
Oh crap!
I knew. Oh, good thing you had that checkpoint.
Yep.
And I knew. We're good. Okay. And I knew. I was like, I can remember images from that magazine, and I just started thinking. I was like, that was the first time I ever saw a naked woman. And so I was like, I wonder if I could find that issue. Could I figure it out? So I started searching the internet. I figured, all right, I think it was around 93, 94. I remember the cover was mostly red, or or the woman was wearing some red on the cover.
A very generic color to try and figure.
Especially for it's like a very lustful color too. So I'm sure there's lots of red covers for Playboy. But I'm like, I'm gonna find this cover. So I started looking at covers first. So I was like, okay, all the covers from the 90s. And there's a handful of them, and I'm not even sure if it was red. That's what I was remembering, and it took me a bit. But after some searching, I found it. And it was, I'll even tell you the image that confirmed it for me. It was 3 playmates, mostly scantily, mostly unclad, mostly nude, like playing in the water. Like one had a hose and 2 of them had squirt guns. And they were spraying each other. And that was the image. I was like, oh, this is the issue. This is the one. I was a little excited, but I can't believe I found it. And I'll tell you which one it was. It was February of '93.
Yeah, a time of the year where you want squirt guns.
Well, I
shot
mean,
at
it was recorded. It was
Of
photographed.
course, but
Southern California.
Would you really want to portray that during February when?
Well, that might have been what they were going for.
Maybe.
But yeah, so it was the February issue of 1993. That was Tote's first naked ladies. I was 7 years old.
Oh, sadly enough to admit, my first interaction with, because again, me and Tote have had similar upbringings because of the religion we grew up in.
That's how we met.
Yep.
And we know each other.
Yeah. So my first encounter with it was when I was, I think it was like 13. It was at a friend's house, Ow, crap. So, all my friends.
Yeah, you started thinking about it, huh?
Yes, I got lost in the pictures. No, when I was, essentially my first interaction was what you would consider to be hentai, but just pictures. Because it was video game characters. It was specifically Final Fantasy characters.
Wait. So I can remember, how far apart are we in age?
So I'm 27.
All right. So yeah, we're 5 years.
Yep.
I'm going to say that for me, that just didn't really exist yet in America. I mean, it did. But you had to look for it. Like you had, even the internet when I was probably around 14, 15. That still didn't quite hentai me.
Yeah.
Like that whole world of, I mean, don't get me wrong, it existed, and there were people in America, I'm sure, who were into it. But anime had stigma.
Yeah.
I mean, it still does, but I mean, like, this is like when it was first showing up, like the news stations, like, oh, you're children watching Japanimation, is what they called it.
Yeah.
It's violent and full of sex and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I think I was probably 12 or 13 at the time. I was just like, I gotta get some of that. What channel is that on? But no, it's just like, it's funny that was your first. And I think that, I mean, I'm sure there was stuff around, but it just wasn't as big as it is now.
Yeah. But yes, so my first interaction was by definition hentai. It was video game characters. It was specifically Final Fantasy VII's Tifa Lockhart, big busty punch drunk kind of character where she just punches everything, but she's big, huge, busty, and little like booty shorts and a tight white T-shirt with suspenders, and that was her costume in the game. And so it was something very easily that you could just manipulate into a naughty kind of picture. And I remember I saved the pictures on a little flash drive, took them home, printed them out, and then because of my upbringing, after printing them out, I felt so guilty. I'm just like, I started crumpling up and throwing them away, and then my mom found them in the garbage. And that was how I got caught.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was, my sister had seen, like, I think it was Life or People or something with, what was her name? Demi Moore was pregnant.
Oh, here we go. Drama point. Ooh. I knew you'd show your face sooner or later. The cerulean coward. Turn back, Shovel Knight. There's nothing here for you anymore. Stand aside, Black Knight. I have no quarrel with you.
Stand aside, Black Knight.
I don't like the way you're saying black. I must return to the Tower of Fate. Your time away has dulled your senses, can't you see? This entire valley has been conquered by the Enchanter. And his invincible knights of the... Oh, wait, I should be doing this in a girly voice.
Is it a female?
I believe they're both female.
Oh, who cares?
And his invincible knights of the Order of No Quarter, and no nickels or dimes either, stand between you and the tower. But none of that matters, because after the Enchanter has gone through me, steal thy shovel.
Oh, was that supposed to be a girl laugh?
Well, no, that's just standard laughing. Yeah, it's definitely female.
Woo! But yeah. I think it was Demi Moore, but it was somebody was pregnant. They had taken this picture,
panic.
like where they're like essentially nude, but everything's it's positioned where you can't see anything. And she was getting not necessarily busted for that, but for something to do with that. And then she totally just like ousted me. Tote, bam, you know. Just I was like, oh damn, it was horrible. Of course, I was more upset than my parents were by far.
No. Ah, yeah.
No, got him. And I think that's going to do this episode.
Well, we can end it after the amazing.
It's definitely going to do this episode.
Amazing. Okay, yeah, we can end that there. We start with the dramatic catch scene. So we'll pause that there.
So yeah, that's a little bit of our background.
It's a little bit,
The first time we saw the naughty bits.
Yeah, we got
the ladies.
the naughty bits.
Not even real naughty bits for you.
Yeah,
I mean they were real naughty bits, but they weren't really there.
Yeah, aside from that, it was like the first time I ever saw like legitimate nakedness in terms of like non-actual person. 21.
Wow, that's a huge jump.
It's a huge.
That makes
jump.
me feel like a pervert.
You are a pervert.
I'm not, but I am. All right, so that's what we're gonna call it. This episode. This is Shovel Knight. Like, comment, subscribe.
Always give us some feedback.
And as always, I'm Tote.
And I'm Ginger.